Where do we start? Hey, Ken.
Man. Oh, man. What a weekend.
I've been speechless since Sunday, bro.
22 been a year, man.
Man, it's been a hell of a year already. Look, he over here trying to ruin my moment, bro.
Damn, man.
We ain't here for all that.
He said, fuck them Bengals.
Man, not what happened. Because remember, I was talking a lot of shit last weekend about like how like, damn, it was a lot of good shit happened for me last week. Josh Allen lost. Patty came back with the win. The Bengals got a win. You know what I'm saying? Brady lost.
Yeah.
I didn't think it could get much better than that, Ken.
Yeah, because you had really kind of conceded. You were saying like you didn't expect to be that far.
Yeah.
And you were happy.
And it's not even, I was happy then. But 3 things happened. And I'll end it with the Bengals. First one, Jimmy G finally, that white man luck finally ran out. God damn it, boy. And it was beautiful. Just exactly how I was saying. We were just talking about earlier how Manny couldn't even say shit in the chat
Man,
at that time.
That look passed over just like, what's that movie Denzel had where you touch the person and it falling? Wasn't that the movie?
We don't know what you're talking about.
That's what that white man look did because he touched Stafford and went right over there.
See, don't even start that.
Not even that. The kicker of it all, though, and I'm only going to leave it at this and we can move on. Tom Brady retired. Oh, man. Everybody sucking his dick this whole weekend and shit like that, ignoring the Bengals going to the Super Bowl, the Rams going, all the Super Bowl talk, which we should be talking about, and they talking about this goofy-ass nigga who couldn't even get past Matt Stafford, who was in his first playoff run.
You know what?
Or second playoff run.
I was glad he came out and was like, what his daddy did, because his daddy apparently speak for him nowadays.
Yeah.
His daddy came out like, that's conjecture. His lying ass. All them Brady's be lying.
Yeah, but that ain't the first time his dad said something.
I know his daddy always talking. And but I was like, he don't want to take away from the playoffs. He wanted to really be about, the games and not them talking about him. I really felt that. Plus, he wants to control the narrative through it.
Yeah.
When he wanted to do, I get all that. But are we gonna talk about him at all?
I'm only giving him 5 minutes. I'm only giving 5 minutes.
We won't be talking about him no more.
That's what I'm saying. We only give him 5 minutes. It's Black History Month. We ain't focused on the white man today.
Here's the thing that got me. This Negro right here gonna sit here, send the text, talking about not that we have to talk about Brady. This motherfucker said we had to do a whole goddamn show.
Yeah.
A whole show.
For what?
About Tom Brady.
Let me
Hey, Sean, niggas retire every day, bro. like what we doing? What we doing?
Just analyzing the man's career. I mean, good and bad. That's what I meant. I didn't just mean like focus on him.
Whole show,
I did. Like focusing on the controversy, just his whole evolution thing.
But you mean like talk about Brady and that's it? Like nothing else? Is that what you mean by whole show?
Like one of our
like
Thursday shows.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Hell
no.
no.
Not doing that.
Hey, Shelton, you know we do that in Sports 365, right?
Yeah, if you want to get
exactly, you want to get your Tom Brady on,
you
can do it.
Like I said, it wasn't just about positive Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
It was about the whole, the whole thing encapsulated because of all that. Is he the GOAT?
Mm-hmm.
Is he this? Is he? We talk about all that.
Goat meat. What he is? Nah, man. You got. See, this is the real black show. And this is a real black show with a black man who's held it down since this thing started. I have not budged one bit. Tom Brady almost tricked me. He almost had me liking him when he came out on social media. He would take up on a couple of black issues. He disavowed Trump publicly. I'm like, okay. But I said, no, I'm gonna stand firm. And a lot of black people started to switch up.
My homeboy did.
A lot of black folks started to switch up, bro.
Ever since them last 2 Super Bowls, he changed the whole league. He used to hate him with me. And all of a sudden, he was like, bro, you got to respect the GOAT. I'm like,
yeah, I don't what he does on the field, that's cool. We got plenty of people doing that. They got to do it. I'm going to maintain this until now. It is over. It's over, Shelton. And the whole show, that wouldn't be dead in sports.
That wouldn't make no fucking sense.
I spent 13 years. Wait, no, not 13. How many years we been doing this? We started in 2013.
Okay.
Since 2013, I have been on this show publicly hating on this man.
Mm-hmm.
And you want me to do a whole show?
You could have talked about him hating on him
this
the whole
man
show.
Ain't getting the whole show from Dead in Sports.
He only getting 5 minutes.
That shit won't ever happen. You can get your take. You can talk about the positive, Uncle Tom. That's what I'm calling him.
Oh,
Hey,
got a red
wait,
hat
hold on.
on.
Say it again, kid.
that's what they got the red hat. Hey, this hat say dead in
I
sports.
want to say, hold on. He got the
It don't say nothing back
there. He got the red hat
It says
too.
dead in sports.
He changed out MAGA with Dead End Sports.
This ain't dead in sports.
Yo, hey, everybody know, man. Everybody know.
He retired. He's an accomplished QB.
Yep.
Yeah,
Move
shout out to
on.
Brady, man.
We just move on. Ain't no shout out.
I like Brady. I did like Brady. And the reason why, let me explain why I like Brady. I like Brady because of what he had to come from to get where he was.
Where he come from?
Them novels.
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
No, a 6th round.
There's a lot of
that's
there's a lot of
nothing.
people come from nothing, Shelton.
And I root for all of them. I root for the lesser
I
man.
ain't come from much myself.
That's true for you too. I root for anybody that has to struggle to get where they at. Anybody that starts from the bottom and works
Everybody
their
can
way to
root
the
for
top.
me, Shelton, but I ain't white.
Struggle.
Yeah, it wasn't handed to him. It wasn't handed to him. You think Tom Brady had it handed to him?
Yes.
Nah.
Tuck rule.
No, sir.
I was gonna say that's a lot of shit handed to
I
him.
didn't say he didn't have favor.
There was an interception that was handed to
But
him.
they didn't pick this man out the scrap heap and say, you're gonna be our one.
Look.
They did basically. When they drafted him 6th round.
No. Who was
No.
the quarterback that was there before
Drew
him?
Bledsoe.
Okay.
And what happened to him?
Bledsoe was a household name.
Correct.
Yeah.
FIFO, and that's when I like the Patriots. FIFO, it is documented that there was a call made in that booth to overturn that. They spent 9 minutes or so on that call.
No, look, wait, hold on.
It was a gift.
Because I feel like I'm definitely in the middle. Shelton has some points, right? Like where Tom Brady wasn't heralded as the savior. Tom Brady, if we know what Tom Brady became, Tom Brady would have been the number 1 pick in that draft. He would have been 6th round. You know what I'm saying? So not everything was handed to him. I agree. He had a lot of fucking white man breaks.
He got favored now, yeah.
Yes, he had a lot of white man breaks along the way, but he did have to earn some of the respect that he's got.
I saw that shit coming a mile away when they just fell in love with him and he wasn't really even doing shit. I'm like,
It was after that 3rd Super Bowl.
man, I was like, he's been anointed. Perfect face.
That man.
Perfect name. Brady Bunch.
And then
Oh,
to
he's
add
perfect.
to it for me now is the fact that he's older than you and still doing it.
He's not older than Ken.
No, he's not.
He older. He close.
Still doing
But-
what?
I mean, he led the league in passing this year. Didn't he lead the league in yards?
What'd that lead him to?
It don't matter. The fact that he did
Anybody
that
can
at
do
that
that
age.
nowadays, Shelton.
Not at
But
that
not
age.
at
You
that
can't do
age.
that.
22
You
years
can't
in?
do that with them young
How
guns
old
in
is
the
Aaron
league.
Rodgers?
Not
He
with
like
those.
my
young-
age.
I would say
barely 40.
Not with those young
he's the
guns
first
in the
quarterback that's shown that you can be like based off the new rule changes and all that shit, how they protect the quarterback.
Yep.
He's the first quarterback to go through all that
You know,
and be at the age of where he is to still compete.
but
Because I can see Aaron Rodgers doing that till he
yes, A-Rod.
and everybody else
And a
moving
couple-
forward.
and a
Yeah.
couple-
There's only a couple.
But the thing is, and we know that it's football.
And we gotta get off this. This is
I feel
this is
you.
way too long.
100%.
Because we got to get to some real shit.
I feel you. But people fall off of a cliff physically, and Tom Brady hasn't done
That's
that.
because he on the TB.
He didn't come into the
He
league
on the
physically.
He on the
No, but-
TB PEDs.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
like, his arm is still like 85, 90% of what it was.
Right. Look
You
at
know
Big
what-
Ben.
Big Ben, Peyton, like people, Eli.
Yeah.
People physically just come off of it, where Tom Brady has been able to maintain a certain standard where it's like, you're not supposed to do that because you didn't even have that much to start with. So how do you even keep it? You know what I'm saying? So there are certain things about Tom Brady that I do respect. Fuck Tom Brady. Why? Because I'm a Dolphin fan, bro. I'm a Dolphin. What you mean?
It's just funny that once Antonio Brown left and he didn't have all them weapons, he just decided to hang it up.
But I did-
that's
but
neither here nor
He
there.
throwing picks and some more shit.
I mean,
He
but
was doing that last year.
I mean, but I was gonna
Ain't
say
that
even
your
at
point?
that point, most quarterbacks would. You lose Antonio Brown, you lose your best receiver in Godwin.
Go. You don't need all that.
You lose Godwin, you lose Brown.
Yeah, if he could turn the Bucks from shit to shine,
you bet your offensive tackle.
he's supposed to get through that shit.
and he got.
You see what Joe Burrow doing? He got sacked
He
9
came-
times
he
winning
came to-
playoff
He
games.
came to the
Got
end.
up 10.
He ain't,
He came to yeah, he did. We'll get to that. But he came to the end, and I I look at him. I watch wrestling coming up. I don't know if y'all watch wrestling.
I hated wrestling.
I loved it growing up.
wrestling.
Growing up, I loved
hated
it.
it, loved it,
But
and hated it.
the greatest comparison to Tom Brady for me is Ric Flair. And I say that because I hated Ric Flair as a youngster because Ric Flair was always a heel. He was always a negative character, but you couldn't help but You rooted against him and went he didn't look the part. He didn't have the best physique. He wasn't the biggest guy, but he was winning those. He's like 9-time world champion. He just kept winning the belt. And you're like, how this dude doing this?
Because it's fake.
It is fake.
Right.
It is fake.
So, nah, he's proving the point right.
It is
all
fake.
Tom Brady's success is off of lies. All right, it's off of lies.
But I love Ric Flair, and I see a lot of Ric Flair and Tom Brady, man.
He's just a fake white man just saying why this white man.
Wrestling ain't fake till now.
All right.
Shit.
It was real to me.
We didn't know wrestling was fake.
I knew that, man. Anyway.
Yeah, let's get into some real shit. This Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
This Black History Month, and we can before we get into
that's the one good thing he did. He retired on Black History Month. He gave us all a gift, at least some of us.